Well, everybody, here is my Boise Media Collection for 2025 edition. So, anyways, no time to waste. This is part 4. Let's get on with the video, shall we? Starting with the clamshells, as always, along with one cup box, subcovers, and the 3 case list I'm about to show. So, anyways, let's begin. Starting with those tapes right here. Had this tape since 2015 that I got from Goodwill, which is in October. Which I had for quite some time. December 27th, 1999, so printed 2 days after Christmas of that year. And a few days before the millennium, which is 2000. This copy doesn't have the promo for Geppetto at the beginning because this copy is version 2, so just to let you all know. Definitely one of my all-time favorite Studio Ghibli movies right here. August 2nd, 1998. And I used to have another copy back in 2011, but got rid of it and replaced this tape, which I had last year. Definitely one of my all-time favorite Don Bluth movies right here. And I got this tape from Goodwill back in September of 2015, which I had for 10 years. The print date is April Fool's Day, or known as April 1st, 1998, and printed the 14th week of 1998. I will plan on rewatching this movie, which I was going to rewatch this movie last Thursday, which is I think the 7th, but my VCR got broken, unfortunately, but I have to replace another VCR soon. So, I was going to find the VCR players at thrift stores, but they don't have any, unfortunately. But that's alright. I will plan on getting a VCR player from Amazon soon. Or I should bring a VCR home from Grandma Patty's Thursday, but I'll get it next time, so yep. Had this tape last year from Savers. I used to have another copy back in 2011, but got rid of it. And I used to have another copy again back in 2020 before the pandemic starts, but got rid of it and replaced another copy from Savers last year. March 9th, 1996, so printed 3 days after my birthday that year, and 6 years before I was born. And I did watch this movie, I mean, I did rewatch this movie on Disney Plus back in 2024. It was a good movie, and I got this tape from Savers last September while I'm in Boise for a few days. April 19th, 2002. And I used to have another copy back in 2017 from St. Vincent de Paul while I volunteered there, but got rid of it. But now I had this tape since last year, like I said. Definitely one of my all-time favorite 1995 movies right here. And definitely one of my all-time favorites as well. And of course, I got this tape from St. Vincent de Paul thrift store while I volunteered there back in September of 2016, in which I used to have another copy, which is the 1996 VHS of this tape, but got rid of it. But now I have the Gold Classic Collection VHS of this movie. December 28th, 1999, so printed 3 days after Christmas of that year, and a few days before the new millennium, which is 2000. And I think this tape printed the day after my 2000 copy of Tarzan, the 2000 VHS version 2. Must be there. Sorry I sneezed in this video, but we're all good, so anyways, let's continue on. Sorry about the sneezing there, but I'm good. And I will rewatch this movie as soon as possible. And of course, I had this tape for a long time, which I had for 10 years. Which I got this tape from Goodwill. February 21st, 1995. And printed the 8th week of 1995. Haven't seen this movie yet, unfortunately, but I will soon. And this is a reprint as well. March 16th, 2004. But even though this tape is from 2002, so just let you all know. There. That way I could make some more room here at this moment, so just let you all know. Got this tape from Savers back in 2018. June 1st, 2000. There. That's better. Got this tape from the NEC thrift store back in June of 2017. October 5th, 1994, and printed the 40th week of 1994. Got this tape from Goodwill 3 years ago while I'm in Boise for a few days. September 16th, 1999. And this tape will be turning 26 this year. There. And yes, this tape has the controversial band on the front of the tape. And I did get another copy of this tape last year while I'm in Boise for a few days. And I used to have another copy back in November of 2016 that I got from Goodwill. But my tape got snapped back in October 2022. But now I have this tape back in, like I said, September of last year, while I'm in Boise for a few days. And I found another copy of this tape back in 2021. July 12th, 2000. Got this tape from Goodwill back in April of 2017. And this tape is damaged at the beginning of the making of Old Yeller and at the end of this movie. But at least the rest of the tape still plays fine. At least. And at least I finally rewatching this movie before it got damaged and broke the VCR. Anyways, the print date is September 1st, 1997. And I did have a copy of this tape for a very long time, which I had this tape last year, not for a long time. Last year's, which I got this tape back in 2024. November 4th and November 11th, 2003. And this tape is cracked on the front of the tape. But hopefully the rest will still play fine. I need to fix those, so be right back. There now. I finally fixed this. So anyways, let's continue on. And here's the last clamshell slash cut box for this video. June 18th, 1994. And the 25th week of 1994. That's it for the clamshell slash cut box for this video. And now, here are the rest of the slipcovers that I'm about to show right now. So, anyways, let's begin now. Got this tape from Goodwill back in April of 2016. October 6, 1992. And here's the sequel. Nana got these tapes for me back in 2017, 2018. February 5th, 1995. Definitely one of my all-time favorite 1993 movies, and one of my all-time favorite romantic movies of all time as well. So, yep. I used to have another copy back in 2013, but it's a 1997 reprint, so I decided to get the 1993 or 1994 VHS of this tape, in which I got the tape from the Fets Forces Success store back in June of 2017, before we moved to Lewiston. August 26, 1994, and the 34th week of 1994. August 16th, 2000. And of course, I had this tape for a very long time, which I had since 2013. And I used to have another copy, which is my childhood copy, printed August 13th, 2000, but I gave it away, so I decided to have this tape. I decided to have another copy of this tape, so yeah. This movie right here needed a rewatch soon, once I get another VCR player. October 7th, 1995, and printed the 42nd week of 1995. And of course, this and the next tape that I'm about to show, which I got from Nana's back in 2019. So, yep. And this movie right here need a rewatch soon as well. And I remember watching this movie a couple times. Columbia Pictures movie. This is also co-made by Miramax Films as well. July 5th, 2001, so printed the day after Penn State that year. And printed 27th week of 2001. Had this tape for a very long time, which I had since 2012. December 22nd, 1994. So printed 3 days before Christmas of that year. And of course, I did rewatch this tape a couple weeks ago. And this was a way better than the crappy 2005 sequel, Son of the Mask. So, just to let you all know. Had this tape for a very long time, which I had since 2014, which I got from Grandma Elaine's when she used to own this tape. September 19th, 1991. Printed the 38th week of 1991, I think. And here's the sequel, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And the first one's Raiders of the Lost Ark. And of course, I did watch the Indiana Jones movies back in January 2024. And of course, I have the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on DVD and Dial of Destiny on Blu-ray. Got this tape from Goodwill back in June of 2015, which I had for 10 years, which I had for a long time as well. September 25th, 1991, and printed the 39th week of 1991. Got this tape from the youth ranch in Curtis Road, December 7th and December 11th, 1989, in which I got this tape since 2016, which is 2 days before my birthday, and printed the 51st week of 1989. I'll better show these last. Of course, I had this tape since June of 2017, which I got this tape from my teachers back in ninth grade, my last day, before we moved to Lewiston. As a result, July 28th and August 2nd, 1991, and printed the 31st week of 1991. Got this tape brand new, and I haven't seen this movie yet, but I will as soon as possible. Once I get a VCR player again, then I could play those. October 9th, 1997. So this is a reprint. Guts tape from Goodwill back in October 2018. And this tape, however, I got this tape back in July of this year, along with Rascal. November 28th, 2000. I think I'll better rewatch this tape soon. Or I will rewatch this movie as soon as possible, so yep. And yes, I did remember watching this movie back in, I think, April of this year. I think I'll better rewatch it again soon. March 1st, 1996. Got this tape from Goodwood. Got this tape from Aunt Sue's back in July of 2019, in which she's going to give away all these media to me. January 29th, 1998. And printed the here it is. Printed the 5th week of 1998. And finally, here are the last of these tapes that I'm about to show. Got this tape along with a river runs through it and all the pretty horses. Got them from my Nana. She used to own these tapes, but now they're mine. June 18th and June 20th, 2002. And printed the 25th week of 2002. Got this tape from the youth ranch back in March of 2017. Same tape as the 1999 VHS of Alice in Wonderland, Basic Instinct, and Some Kind of Wonderful. Definitely a classic right here from 1987 that stars the late Robin Williams. Got this tape from the youth ranch back in April of last year. October 5th, 1990. And finally, here's the last of the tape for this video. Got this tape from the NAC thrift store back in April of 2017. And this tape, of course, is damaged at the beginning and at the end of the tape during the DreamWorks logo. But I'm glad the rest of the tape still plays fine, at least. December 3rd, 1999. And final and so anyways guys, that's it for this video, which is showing random tapes. I mean no. Let's see. Oh yes. That's it for my That's it for this video, which is my Boise Media Collection for 2025 edition, which is part 4. So stay tuned for part 5 kind of coming up tomorrow. So anyways, this is Superman Me 2002. See y'all later and have a great rest of your guys' Saturday. So, yep.